Good morning. I can't help feeling, listening to news and watching broadcasts, that what is happening in our times right now with this coronavirus and the state that many people are in, I can't help feeling that my story, my journey over the last 7 or 8 years, um, is something that might be able to help help people, individuals, with where they're sitting. And so I thought I would share that. And huge apologies to all those people that have heard me speak a number of times. But this is just me offering my two pennies worth to help people, I think, get through, because there are opportunities in it. So back in 2012, I found myself in a really exciting position. I had been teaching for 16 years. I've got 4 children. I'm married. And I applied for my first headship and got that job. And it was great. We were going to be moving into a large, comfortable home. Um, I was feeling proud that I got the job, and my career was moving forward. I wasn't yet 40. And then, boom, bang, I was asked to go for a medical, and it was at that medical that a huge brain tumour was uncovered. And that was undoubtedly the day that changed the journey of my life. 27 hours of surgery, 80 days in hospital with this horrible tracheostomy. I've still got the scar here, which meant that I couldn't eat or drink or even talk. 3 things I just loved doing. But the biggest challenge came after my second surgery. And as I sit and look at the screen today, I am a registered blind man with no sight here in my left eye and about 10% vision in my right eye. That meant that I couldn't take up the job. And not wanting your pity, but if I compare 2012 with 2013, they couldn't be more different. So 2013, with 4 children, with a wife, I found myself with no job, with no house to live in, and pretty much no sight. And that was the start of a new journey. And people have often asked me, how do you get through? How have you got through? And I always share my very simple acronym, and that is, there's a sort of a rather wonderful irony that it is all about looking, yet I can't see. But it is firstly to look up. Look up. And this is where my own Christian faith has been absolutely at the fore. And I'm aware that not everybody is in a position of having a Christian faith, but a faith where we look up, recognize that there is a higher being than us. I don't want to sit here and try and prove or disprove who's right or wrong, but actually lying in that hospital ward after my first massive surgery, surrounded by people that actually were often dying, that was a time where I needed to really look up and not ask God, why has this happened to me? He's not a genie God who's here just to give us a good life. It was actually, God, how do I get through? And I remember being pointed in my mind to the verse in Psalm 121, I lift my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? Well, it comes from God, the creator of heaven and earth. And God has been so central. The second thing that I always share is the importance, of looking forward. Looking forward. And this is really this idea of hope. Opportunities, hopes, dreams, they're all in front of us. I sometimes say that the past is a great teacher. We can learn from the past. But it's a shocking master. We don't want to sit at the past. Oh, 3 weeks ago, business was so good. Oh, last year it was all so good. It is undoubtedly going to be different in September. All our lives are going to have to change. But actually, within that framework, there are senses of a new beginning, a sense of this is going to be different. As I was walking just now, walking the dog, I was thinking that, my grandparents lived through 2 world wars, 10 years of, really huge change in the world. We've been at this for 2 or 3 weeks now, and I sort of think to myself, we can get through. We need to look up, look forward, remembering that is where the hopes are, the possibilities. Keep looking forward with a sense of hope and expectation of opportunities to come. And then the third thing is the importance of looking out. The opposite to looking out is obviously to look in. We don't find life in ourselves at a time like this, looking in and being anxious, but looking out and thinking of others. Often the hardest moment for me is waking up. As I wake up and I might have been dreaming about driving a car or hitting a tennis ball, and bang, I open my eyes, I can't see, I'm blind. I have had 2 strokes as well, so I walk into a door frame because my balance isn't very good, and I stumble away. And that's the voice. Having stubbed my toe and standing there as a blind man, I hear Winston Churchill say, "In the tough times we have a choice." And choice is such a pointed word. It is our choice. We as individuals can make the choice. We can either look up with a sense of hope, or we can give up. We can give up or get up. Give up or get up, what he said. And I think that it is that stark, by getting up, by thinking about other people, by serving other people, making meals, offering to clean the house, do jobs, do things, and not necessarily sit in a hole and feel sorry for ourselves. So there it is, folks. We can look up, forward and out, or we can do quite the opposite, which is to look down, to look back, and to look in. And that is what I sometimes spell out to be a dangerously bleak individual. But it is entirely our choice. Thank you.